Hello students, now we'll proceed for the electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. In the earlier part of the video, I explained you about the electrolysis of molten NaCl. Now in case of electrolysis of aqueous NaCl, the fused NaCl is replaced by moderately concentrated aqueous solution of NaCl. The water involved in electrolysis of NaCl, it leads to electrode reaction and that differ from electrolysis of molten cell. So the role of water is important here when you are talking about the aqueous solution of electrolyte. Now the reduction, it would remain this thing will remain the same. Instead of this molten NaCl, there will be a solution of NaCl. Now the reduction half reaction at cathode, as I told earlier also, that cathode at cathode there will be reduction, and reduction is nothing but a gain of electrons. You always remember this, that will be easier for you to understand the concept. So if you look at this reduction half reaction at cathode, sodium ions, it accept an electron and converted into sodium, and the reduction potential, standard reduction potential value for this is minus 2.17 volt. Now at this point, what is this standard potential? That is nothing but the potential of the cell at standard condition, means at 298 Kelvin and at 1 atmospheric pressure. So it has got this value for this half reaction here, where there is a reduction because there is a gain of electron at this particular point, and this value is lower in magnitude compared to this one. Now we have to think about this water molecule also, because we are using here aqueous NaCl. So this water molecule, it will accept an electron to produce this hydrogen gas. Now remember here, when we say these are the reactions occurring at cathode, and as I told that cathode means there should be reduction. So this water, when it gets reduced, it will be converted into H2. It means that from water this oxygen is removed. So other way you can say removal of oxygen is also a reduction one. So when water is converted into H2, that will be a reduction. When water is converted into O2, that will be a oxidation. We will talk about this later on. So here at this point, this water is getting reduced to H2, and to just maintain the stoichiometry of the reaction, you will have to balance the reaction. So H2 here, gas is produced when it accepts 2 electron, twice OH minus, so it dissociates at H2, and this reaction you can write twice H2O plus 2 electrons, H2 plus twice OH minus. Now you check whether the reaction is balanced or not. There are 2 hydrogen and 2 plus 4 hydrogen on the right hand side. There are 4 on the left hand side also. There are 2 oxygens here, and here also 2 oxygen. So in this way the reaction gets balanced. Now this, the reduction potential, when I say reduction potential, means the potential developed by this half cell here at this particular electrode where there is a reduction is happening. So this will be having a higher value than this above reaction. So this is the lower one and this is the higher one. So the standard potential, that is the standard reduction potential for reduction of water, is higher than that for the reduction of sodium. You can see here. This is the higher one, this is the comparatively lower value. So this indicates that the water has greater tendency to get reduced than sodium ion. Therefore, in this reaction, the reduction of water is the cathode reaction in case of electrolysis of sodium chloride in aqueous medium. So this will be a important reaction here, this second one, about the electrolysis or the reduction of water molecules. Now we'll proceed what will happen. We'll see what will happen at the anode here. This is about the cathode. So we'll talk about the oxidation at anode. So as I already told, oxidation will be there at anode, just to remember the concept. And oxidation is nothing but a loss of electron, isn't it? Now, when you look at this reactions, you can see these chloride ions, it loses an electron and it will be converted into Cl. So just to maintain the stoichiometry, there should be a Cl2. So if you want this in form of the Cl2, then there should be two chloride ions. So when each chloride ion, it loses an electron. As there are two chloride ions, it loses two electrons. And there is a formation of Cl2 gas here. Now, this is the value for the oxidation potential. Oxidation potential means the potential at oxidation half reaction. And this is happening at anode, isn't it? Now, this has got minus 1.36 volt and this is minus 0.04. So this is having a comparatively higher value than this one. This is a comparatively a lower one. So this value suggests that the standard electrode potential for oxidation of water, it is greater than that of chloride ion. You can see here. This is higher and this is the lower one. But experimentally what happens? It has been observed that gas produced at anode, it is chlorine and not O2. Means it is expected that there should be a release of oxygen gas at anode, but instead of that, experimentally it was found that there is a accumulation of or a release of the chlorine gas at anode. It means that anode reaction is oxidation of Cl. This is oxidation of Cl minus to Cl2, isn't it? Now, this is happening due to this over voltage. Over voltage. So what is this over voltage? This is the voltage that exceeds the maximum value of that exceeds the maximum value of operating voltage which is occurring in the circuit. Maximum value of operating voltage. If the existing voltage in the circuit or in the cell, it exceeds in an electric circuit. Okay, this much explanation is sufficient for your level. So instead of this, means it is expected that there should be release of oxygen gas at anode, but instead it was found that there is a accumulation of chlorine gas at anode. Okay, now this overall reaction for this means we'll have to consider this reaction at anode. In the earlier slide, I told you that the reaction which is of importance from our point of view, that this one, that is the reduction of water molecule. This is of much importance for us. This will not be taken into consideration when you write the cell reaction for this, due to this low value of this, low reduction potential value of the sodium ions. Now, when you write the net cell reaction here, we'll have to take into account the tick mark reactions. So I can write here the overall cell reaction twice Cl minus Cl2 is formed with loss of 2 electrons. So it must be an oxidation at anode. Always remember oxidation at anode and reduction at cathode. Second reaction, that is the reduction of water molecule due to the high value for this, high reduction potential value. So we'll have to consider this reaction with gain of electrons, and there is a liberation of hydrogen gas, and 2 OH minus ions are also formed here. So this is happening at cathode. When you combine these two, in the redox reaction, when you add up these two, you'll get the net reaction or overall cell reaction will be like this. Twice Cl minus plus twice H2O, it will give Cl2 plus H2. We just have to add the left hand side and the right hand side and cancel out the common things. Okay, so whenever we write the net cell reaction, we just omit this electron term. Otherwise, that won't be a stable one. So looking at this reaction, what is happening? There is a formation of Cl2 and H2 gas. So H2 gas, it is liberated at cathode. You can see here, this is the reaction at cathode. So H2 gas is liberated at cathode and Cl2 gas is released at anode. This is the reaction, that is the Cl2 gas, it is liberating at anode. So what will happen with the sodium ions? If you go earlier, to the earlier slides, you can see here, we started with the sodium ions at the cathode reaction, means at the reduction. So sodium ions, it accept an electron and converted into sodium metal or sodium element here. So what will happen to this? This sodium ions, it will remain unreacted, and the OH minus ions which are forming here, those are formed at cathode, and that combines together to form NaOH, means NaCl is converted into NaOH solution, means those sodium ions which remains unreacted, those will be converted into NaOH solution in this reaction. So there is a difference between the electrolysis process in molten NaCl and in aqueous NaCl. So you have to remember this thing. But just there is no difference that there is an oxidation always happening at anode and reduction always happening at cathode. Now, one more thing I can tell you, whenever you start with the writing the oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction, you always try to write starting from oxidation and then go for the reduction. Thank you.